I'd like to welcome everybody to our Monday, March 23rd, 2026 Cascade City Council meeting. We'll have a call to order with the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Raker.
Here.
Hush.
Here.
Gale.
Here.
Delaney.
Here.
I need a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Motion by Hush,
I'll second.
second by Raker. All in favor?
Aye.
At this point, we'll have public comment. There's a limit of 3 minutes per person on agenda items and local government issues.
Hi, Ken McDermott, President, Cascade Economic Development Corporation. And I just wanted to come and address the council and the citizens on some concerns that have been raised regarding the Simple Mining company that's coming to Cascade, and just clarify some information that's going around, because there's a lot of inaccurate information that's going around. First of all, Simple Mining is not putting in a data center. They'll be putting in what's called bit mining or Bitcoin mining business. And so if you are concerned about what that looks like, if you go to Manchester and the business there, it's located at 1006 Grant Street, Manchester, Iowa. That's a 50 megawatt site. Our site here in Cascade is going to be a 40 megawatt site. So what they'll have is about 50 units, 50 container units that'll be 8 foot by 20 foot units sitting on cement slabs. Inside of those units are closed loop servers that are cooled by radiators. There's no fans blowing out of these containers, and basically there's no sound that you really hear. We have a development agreement with Simple Mining that the decibel level at the edge of the property cannot exceed 65 decibels, which is about as loud as a normal conversation, and that's at the edge of the property line. All of their units are going to be on the west end of the property using our close to Industrial Street. And so you might be asking, well, what is the benefit to Cascade of this business coming to town? Well, there's a couple different things. Number one, they are going to be making payments to the Economic Development Corporation, which in turn will be able to make a contribution to the city in the amount of a payment that would be equal to a building with a value of about $2 million sitting on that site. So that will go to the city from the Economic Development Group, and they're going to be using a substantial amount of electricity, and so there'll be a substantial amount of the 1 cent sales tax revenue that will be coming into the city as well. And then they're going to have 7 or 8 jobs with that as well. So as far as the quality of living in Oak Hill, you're not even going to know it's there. I mean, and if you want to, I drove up to Manchester a week ago Sunday and, stood right by the fence, and, where you're at, standing right there, you can hear it. But then I also went about 200 yards away, you can't hear anything. Everything's self-contained in these container units with, like I said, a closed loop system. And we have a development agreement that protects the citizens so that if they violate that, they have to shut down immediately until they can bring that within the allowable decibel range. They're also going to screen the property and plant arborvitaes around it just to help with the noise as well. So those are just some of the things. The other thing is they'll be on the Maquoketa Valley service. Maquoketa Valley has sent written correspondence that there's plenty of electrical service to provide them the power that they need. And in the event of a peak usage, they can take them offline so as not to affect any of the residents of Cascade that are powered by Maquoketa Valley REC. So I just wanted to clear up, like I said, you know, you hear all kinds of misconceptions of how much water they're gonna be using. They are gonna use water because there's an office there, so they're gonna have a bathroom and a kitchen. That's how much water they're gonna be using.
Ken, since this isn't on the agenda, would there be a possibility of having a public forum where all the people that are concerned could come and field questions? So these people could all come and do that?
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. We can
I mean, it'd
ask Simple Mining.
save all these people their time.
I guess the reason I wanted to come tonight was just to make sure that the correct information was out there, because there's a lot of people out there that don't have any idea what's going on, that are probably surfing the internet, looking up information on data centers that is totally, completely different from what this is. And then they're spreading information that isn't accurate and getting everybody all excited. So, you know, that's the reason that I'm here tonight, just to clear that up and to encourage people, if they're concerned, to go to Manchester and look at the site there, because that's exactly what's going to be here. And so I know my time's probably up, but I just wanted to try to clear the air a little bit and let everybody know. So I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Yep.
Kenny.
Does the city possess the equipment?
You need to come up and state your name.
David Robinson. Does the city possess the equipment to measure the dB sound level?
I would think not.
How are we going to enforce that then?
You'd have to enlist a firm that did that type of monitoring. I mean, there is people that do that.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, the level is in our code section. That's what they-
Megan Oliphant, 160 Redwood Drive. I am glad that Ken brought up the money that Still Mining's going to be giving to the CEDC, and you mentioned that you'd be giving a portion of it back to the city. Well, is that contract, is there a contract that states how much every year is going to go to the city, or is that at will?
That will.
Okay. That's alarming to me, and I think that that should be alarming to you guys, because that can change at any time. And this is a lot of money that should be going to the city for improvements in Cascade. We have a lot of structural work that needs to be done in the city, and that could be going towards that. So I'm very, very concerned about that. And to Dave's point, he's my neighbor, who is going to enforce this noise? And I'm so excited to hear that, Tyler, but we just were told that there's no way for them, that we don't have what's necessary to monitor that. So if I call down to your office, you and Fred, how are you going to be able to tell me whether or not they're within their
Limits.
limits?
You could.
Tyler Hunt, I work for the PD, live Second Avenue Southwest. The way the noise ordinance is written for industrial isn't by decibels, but what's considered normal industrial noise, like loading and unloading docks. like time clock, buzzers, that kind of thing.
Periodic noise.
Periodic noise, not a constant stream of noise, so it's some interpretation to it, but, I know that, I've seen videos of the owner of this company, and he's admitted it's a new industry, and so, I mean, 24/7 noise, if there is any, to me, obviously doesn't fit to normal industrial noise as our code is written, so.
But if they have a development agreement that says it's gotta be under 65 decibels, or is DBI, is that the right term? How is that going to be enforced?
That wouldn't apply, decibel level wouldn't apply, it would be the noise. In my interpretation of our current code, and it would be whether or not 24/7 noise fits into normal industrial noise, which in my opinion it doesn't.
Yeah.
That's just my first look at it. I'm not the end all be all, but,
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, how do we handle this
So
then?
there's a recorded document in the county records that limits them to 65 decibels. So
well, by
the
the
courts would
county
enforce
board
it.
or the city?
What's that?
In the county or in the city?
It's recorded in the county records as a deed restriction on the property.
So if
Okay.
it's
So you,
72,
so
how
if
do
they
we
don't
know,
do
what do we
it,
do?
so if they don't do that, you sue them and they have to cease and desist operation. Until they are able.
But that would be a civil, that would be a civil matter.
No, the economic development group would take, it's, the development agreement is between Simple Mining and, yes, so, exactly. Yep.
So then to test periodically would also, I mean, according to what he's saying for our code, then it wouldn't fall under the decibel level. For the decibel level to be monitored, it would not be on the city to monitor that to make sure it's not an infraction. It would be CEDC. It would have to monitor that.
Yes.
We would just have to, only thing we can do on ours, is according to our thing, is like he just said, is it within a 24-hour?
So the very
Reasonable.
frustrating part as a citizen living in Oak Hill and in Cascade is that it feels like the city council is just washing their hands of this. Like, this is between, and I understand from being a member that the council doesn't have oversight of the CEDC. But this is gonna impact a lot of people. Like, there's at least 3 houses for sale up there right now that are gonna have a hard time being sold because people don't wanna live by this. And
Why don't they wanna live by it?
because they're worried about the noise, they're worried about the aesthetic of it, like, there's a,
Wait a minute. The industrial park was there before Oak Hill was there.
But this
So
is unprecedented
so-
noise, it's not the same as normal industrial noise.
Have you heard it before? Have you heard
Megan,
noise from,
I think it would be in everybody's best interest to not do this now, since it's not on the agenda, and set up a public forum meeting where everybody can be present and field questions to Ken and the group. And,
I agree, but I would like the council to be present at it.
oh,
That's my request, is that.
it'd be an
I
open
should
meeting.
there. Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I would like to see that as well. That would be my request, is that we have this open forum, because there are a lot of questions. And to your point, Ken, there's a lot of misinformation that's out there, you know, and we have to do our due diligence as citizens too. We can drive up to Manchester and check it out, and I'm more than happy to do that. But I feel like this was done very much under the table, and it just, as we're just learning about this, and everybody's freaking out about it. And it sounds like it's a done deal, and it's gonna drastically impact us. I mean, I work from home. I have to have reliable internet and electricity. And if this hits us, what am I gonna do? Like,
what do you mean if it hits you?
or like if something goes down with it because they're using more electricity than they said that they were going to, or,
They can't. They can't. Macocata Valley monitors them. Macocata Valley can shut them down at any point in time if they're over their limit. There's going to be a substation on their property. So Macocata Valley, I mean, we have written correspondence from Macocata Valley. We have written correspondence from the city saying they're within their zoning. I mean, we did a lot of home, we just didn't willy-nilly go and do this. We probably spent 9 months researching this going to other communities where they have locations and to make sure that what they were doing was not gonna impact Oak Hill subdivision or the citizens of Cascade. That was very important to us. I have a daughter that lives in Oak Hill, I have a brother that lives in Oak Hill. We did not want to do anything that was gonna negatively impact anybody there. It's not like we didn't think this through before we did it and put protections in place to protect the citizens of Cascade. And if you read the development agreement, and if you go to visit the Manchester site, I think everyone will be a lot more comfortable with what is going on here. I mean, whenever a business locates in Cascade, we don't have a public forum to get approval from everybody. Now,
No,
granted,
but
this is a little-
there's talk about, it, like, it's talked about when the butcher block is coming.
Abby, if you want to talk, come up to the thing.
Megan, I think it'd be in everybody's best interest that we would have a dedicated meeting for nothing but this, and that way everybody's got their time. There's no time constraints.
I'm fine with that. I think that the city council needs to have much more involvement in this and be communicating better with the community, because this has been really alarming so far.
I think an open meeting for everybody that's concerned would be in everybody's best interest.
And we can do that, and I can have Adam Haynes with Simple Mining come to that meeting, to explain things as well. I have no issue with that. He's offered to do that. He's offered to give the council a tour of his Manchester site, so.
I've been up there 4 times already.
What was your?
They were still working on stuff.
Okay. But you haven't been there since it's been up and running?
No, I was up there 4 times, but they were still working on units.
So, while these conversations were going on, I'll keep under the 3 minutes. One thing I thought about is if the citizens have concern, maybe we could look into getting a decimal meter, and if there's a complaint, we could take the meter up there, read it, and let these guys know that, they're at 68 decibels or whatever, so, I mean, that might be part of a solution.
They do have apps that are supposed to be able to read that, but I don't know how sensitive or how effective they are, so.
So, but just a thought I had, just a suggestion.
Thanks, Fred.
Hi, I'm Jan Hemmer. I live in Oak Hill subdivision as well, and Ken actually sent me the documents, and I appreciate that very much that you were willing to send those and address my questions. I sent him several questions. He responded to me immediately the next day. I was able to share that information with some of my neighbors as well. I know that as the city council, it doesn't really, you don't have a hand in this, and there's not a lot you can do, and you're wondering why we're all here. So I mostly am going to go back to what Megan said of, like, the purpose of any economic development committee is to improve the city of Cascade, right? We bring businesses in so that we can improve the function of our city. We have more money available to us, things like that. And that's really the goal of that economic council. I don't know enough about Bitcoin mining to really have a strong opinion about it. I spoke with Mark Weber. He visited the one. He showed me a video. He was not super concerned about it. That it sounds like the decibel level is pretty low. Another one of our neighbors also went to the Manchester facility and said that they thought it was pretty low. The sound wasn't going to be significant. So that was comforting to me, and it was something that I was a little bit concerned about, but I don't think that I have those same fears. My only concern, I guess, is, again, I want to see this, if we're gonna have it, which we are, it's done. I just wanna see that the Economic Development Council definitely does make sure that there is a benefit to the city of Cascade. It's not providing a lot of jobs, it's not employing a lot of citizens of Cascade. And so I wanna see it benefit Cascade in some fashion rather than just a few people. I don't want it to be, a couple people are making money and 3 people have a job. I would like to see that somehow, maybe in writing. Can the city council get something in writing with the Economic Development Council or board that, yes, we're going to donate, I don't know, whatever amount seems reasonable, so that there is some kind of formal agreement rather than just kind of like a gentleman's agreement here to that end.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Megan, do you want to take care of enlisting everybody to do a dedicated meeting? We'll put you in charge.
Or the city
Yeah.
should talk to Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can put
We
out
can
something.
talk
I would
to
say that would
Ken
be
and
more.
we can get a meeting scheduled.
Shoot me when it's going to be, I'd be happy to get it out to our
Yep.
Facebook group.
I can let you know when we decide what night works for all of us and all of his board and, yep. And I'll let you know then, Megan, so you can get it out to the people in Oak Hill.
That's great, thanks.
Just really quickly, I'm Claire Hunt, I live at 615 Second Avenue Southwest. I just wanted to make sure, based on what I understand, I think the building permit in the paper, that was what it was said that needed to be completed, and that was kind of the last roadblock. So if there is a forum, would we be able to make sure that that happens before, building permit was issued, so that we would know that, okay, I just wanted to
Yep.
make sure. Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on. Consent agenda. City council minutes 3/9/26 and council work session minutes 3/16/26. Cascade Zoning Board of Adjustment minutes 3/19/26. Cascade Planning and Zoning Commission minutes 3/19/26. Jones County Economic Development Meeting minutes 2/24/26. Cascade Municipal Utilities Board minutes 3/11/26. Cascade Economic Development Corporation minutes 2/18/26. Visa invoice in the amount of $3,160.06. March 23rd, 2026 claims. Is there any questions about the consent agenda? If none, I need a motion.
Make a motion.
Motion by Delaney,
I'll second.
second by Raker. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Number 7, hearing on notice of violation of Animal Control Ordinance, Section 419, Renee Coyle, 518 Second Avenue Southwest, in regard to keeping a vicious animal. Anybody?
We need a motion to enter
Oh,
into the
okay.
hearing.
I need a motion to enter into a public hearing.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Delaney,
Second.
second by Hush. Roll call.
Raker.
Aye.
Hush.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
We're in public hearing.
Tyler, Police Department. I don't know if you all got the materials. If you have any questions, she's not here, so. As the officer that took the call, it was one of the more significant bites I've seen on somebody that was obviously from behind and not everything, I guess, pretty well explained in the letter, but I guess I would just ask that you do deem it vicious to keep that dog out of town. As the dad of the kid that was bitten, same thing with an exclamation point, I guess. But
And that wasn't a one-time occurrence.
no, so, in 2023, there was a little girl, that was the same type of thing. I got the report from Akron Little Angels, they were walking back from the park. She had a scratch and red mark on her calf, so she was gotten from behind as well. When this happened to my son recently, I found out during that it had bitten the neighbor, the owner of the neighboring house to the east, in 2023, twice in the leg while he was on his property. He finally got tired of her keeping the dog, or failing to keep the dog on her property, so he had hired a fence, come in and put up a privacy fence, and it bit, he said, Jeff Fire as well. I didn't ever get it.
Putting the
on
fence up.
fire, but put the fence up, so. At the very least, it's bitten 3 people that I can prove and have statements directly from. The parents of that little girl, my kid, and then Jeff Modern, I spoke to him as well. And she was aware of all 3 of those.
And one should be enough.
In that instance, in that scenario, yeah, in my opinion, yes.
But don't we have an ordinance here that we just get rid of them when they do this? I mean, this shouldn't be
So-
coming to our council every time we get a dog bite. I mean, apparently, we should have got rid of this dog 3 years ago.
So that's,
You know.
I put a posting up, on the department Facebook page, trying to urge people to report it to us.
Yeah, because if they don't turn it
If they
in,
don't report it to us, we don't know about it.
That's the problem. We're finding that people, this is happening, and people
Yes.
are reporting it.
After the fact. I mean,
Correct.
Yeah.
it's like, you know, I mean,
And the ordinance does require it.
my daughter's the one that's on the report from the first one, without, she reported to her business or her work. So then they reported to the vet. So, I mean,
And that's kind of what I posted is if you own the dog and you know that it bit somebody, if you're the person that got bit, if you saw it through binoculars from
Yeah.
4 blocks away, you have to report it to us. Doesn't matter what your role in it.
I agree. I mean, this.
It's just people haven't done it traditionally. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And the ordinance is there. We're, I guess the city's.
But we are working on
Looking at kind of revamping,
Yeah,
updating.
revamping the ordinance.
policy. Well, it is,
Yeah, so when this dog bit the little girl the first time, we didn't have an ordinance like what we have now. So it was let go. It was documented, I typed the report, and we let it go at that, because, okay, the dog nipped somebody, shouldn't have done that. We didn't hear of any other issues until Tyler's son was bit. And then all of a sudden, when we hear that, then we've got the neighbor saying, oh, I got bit twice, and the guy that.
That's the
Whoa,
problem we
whoa,
have
wait a
going
minute.
on.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to come up and say they got bit, you know,
yeah.
and it's,
They don't want to be a bad neighbor,
well,
Yeah.
so, yeah.
bad neighbor, dead dog, one of the two, it's gonna be, I mean, if it bit me.
Yeah, so the dog has bitten several people over the last 3 years. This bite was severe enough. The
Yep.
little guy needed stitches.
But, I mean, like, we can vote on it, I know what my opinion is, but it got to go. I mean,
Yeah.
it's gonna, if it kills somebody, then what happens, you know, I mean, that person goes to jail. I
Yeah,
mean,
and
you
she
know.
did comply within a reasonable amount of time. She got the dog out of town.
That's good.
And, yeah, I've been in contact with her since then, and the dog is still out of town, so.
But,
But we just need you guys to tell us that somehow we need to deem this dog as a dangerous dog to make sure it's not gonna come back into town. So, and that's kind of what we're working on with our ordinance too. Like I said, there was some, or like Deanna said, there was some glitches, some really gray areas in it.
thank you.
Thank you.
We need a motion to close and
Yeah.
then a motion to.
I need a motion to close public hearing.
I'll make a motion to close. Second.
Motion by Gale, second by Delaney, roll call.
Hush.
Here.
Gail.
Nay. Or I'm sorry. Yes. Whatever. Let's open it.
Gail.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
Riker.
Aye.
Do we need a motion to go into regular session?
We need a, that was the
That
motion
was
to
the
close.
motion.
Yep,
Close the
gotcha.
public
Now we
hearing.
now we'll do the,
The formal, what does council
Formal.
decide? What is their decision?
What's everybody want to do?
I think there's only one option. You gotta get rid of the dog. You got to go outside the city limits.
Yep,
or-
before somebody
or you
else
gotta
gets
put it down,
hurt.
one of the two.
okay.
Okay.
The homeowner can decide, but it can't stay in town.
So need a motion to
that's
deem
his
it as
motion.
vicious.
I need a
That's my
motion to that
motion,
effect.
get rid of-
Gail?
It has to be outside city limits.
Motion by
Well,
Gale.
I think all we can do is call it vicious.
Call it vicious?
Yes.
Okay.
We can't really dictate
I make a motion.
exactly what
that-
happens after that.
I'll make a motion that we call it a vicious.
Yeah, that suffices.
Motion by Gale, second.
Second.
Second by Delaney, roll call.
Gail.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
Raker.
Aye.
Hush.
Aye.
Number 9. Hearing on notice of violation of Animal Control Ordinance, Section 419, Benjamin D. Wheeler, 510 Cleveland Street Southwest, keeping a vicious animal.
Motion to enter.
I need a motion to enter into public hearing.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Gale.
Second.
Second by Delaney, roll call.
Delaney.
Aye.
Raker.
Aye.
Hush.
Aye.
Gail.
Aye.
Any questions on this? Same thing?
This one, both times, the dog shot out underneath the fence. They don't, it's a standard, I guess, installation. They don't put a tension wire or a bottom tube on the chain link fence. He did put an extra tall, nice looking vinyl. It's 5 or 6 foot tall fence. The one side's right up on the hill, so it kind of lets the dog shoot out underneath. He was very cooperative and apologetic. He said he had already called Higher Fence to get that addressed and add whatever on the bottom he needed. Unfortunately, it happened again before that happened, so went after dogs both times. My concern is you get a 3-year-old standing between that dog and another dog or something, what's it worth to you? And
Yep.
liability-wise in the city, it's happened twice. If it got out again, all it needs to do is dig a little bit if it wants to get out that bad.
And that puts the city in a bad
And
spot.
then if it's happened twice, and if you guys weren't to deem it vicious and it happened a third time and it got somebody's 2-year-old or 3-year-old in the fray, then it's something the city needs to think about too.
Thanks, Tyler.
Thanks.
Any questions on this? If none, I need a motion to close public hearing.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Gale,
Second.
second by Delaney, roll call.
Riker,
Aye.
Hush,
Aye.
Gale,
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
And I need a motion on the ordinance.
I'll make a motion to
Motion by Gale,
deem it vicious.
Second.
second by Raker, roll call.
Hush,
Aye.
Gale,
Aye.
Delaney,
Aye.
Riker.
Aye.
Number 11, consideration to approve resolution number 17-26, a resolution approving and confirming preliminary plan specification, form of contract, and estimate of cost for the 3rd Avenue Southwest and Hayes Street Southwest reconstruction project, and authorize invitations to bid.
Thank you. Jake Deaver, MSA Professional Services, Dubuque. We are ready to go to bid, pending council approval on the project. The latest, so that moving forward, tonight would be approval. We'd have the bid opening sometime around April 21st. We could move that a few days here and there, depending on city schedule. We'll have it, generally we have them like 1:30 p.m. here at City Hall, if anybody wants to come. And then we'd have the public hearing before awarding at the meeting on the 27th. And then we'd look for a November construction completion. We worked up an opinion of construction cost for both options, the 6-foot or the 6-inch Portland cement concrete with 10 inches of modified subbase. And then we also included, like we did on the Garfield Street project, a asphalt option with a little bit additional rock to make them structurally more similar. Both are right around $1 million construction cost. When we talked about this a year ago, our budgetary total cost was around 1.6. Currently, we're like 1.267. So it looks like we're about 20% under budget, which is good news. And we just opened a bid about 10 days ago in Piasta. Not a similar project, but it was a trail project with parking lot and some concrete flat work that was extremely competitive. We had 7 bidders on a $200,000 project, and it was extremely competitive. So I'm hoping that holds for a month till we get our product out there. So I got Hunter from our office. He was the main designer on the project. He's with me here tonight as well. So
On the macadam for the subbase, that's clean?
I don't remember. I believe McAdam is clean and Breaker has fines, but I would have
Yeah,
to
Breaker
review.
has fines.
Okay, so the McAdam is clean then, yes.
What's the reason for the clean macadam? Because that has a tendency to act like a French drain and retain water because of the porosity between the stone. The 3-inch crusher run is a tighter compaction
Okay.
when you're done.
And usually McAdam, we usually allow breaker run if that's what they want to use, and that's what they have.
I mean, breaker run by far is tighter.
When you actually replace it, compact it.
Yeah.
I mean, we can use that, and we can modify. We just followed the construction ordinance in the subdivision regulations.
Mhm.
And that calls out 12-inch McAdam, but,
Because to me, the macadam has too many voids in it.
okay.
And when you put the Class A road stone on top,
Mhm.
the fines have a tendency to migrate down into the voids in the
Oh, yeah.
3-inch macadam.
We can allow a breaker run if that's,
And then at the storm intakes, does it
Yeah.
make sense to put trough drains extending out into the roadway so we don't end up with a debacle like on Garfield?
we did look at it with stormwater, and no, that should not be necessary. We looked at the gutter spreads, and everything should be captured. The one, we did do an oversized throat on it to make sure we captured everything we could, but we don't anticipate bypass or a need to put those trough drains out there.
Because on Garfield, during a heavy rain, the water ran right by the intakes.
Right.
And the other thing is, can you pitch them down at a more drastic grade, not drastic, but more of a grade than the surface of the existing pavement?
Let me look at the SUDAS detail. You're pretty limited when you get a paver in there. You can maybe fudge a little bit if we got asphalt in there, maybe, but we're still gonna have a paver in there.
But I mean, they can hand shape that the same as they hand shape a curb cut in a curb.
Let me look at the detail for that intake to make sure we're not. So the throat intake does extend out into the roadway some and slope down. It's not beyond the edge of the 36-inch curb and gutter though. So it slopes
Mhm.
additional, but we're not adjusting the cross slope of the roadway beyond that.
But if you don't pitch that in at a greater slope rate than the paving, the water has enough velocity to just go by it.
Well, we did look at it with stormwater because of Garfield Street. There's not near as much running down the road as there is on Garfield.
No, no, Garfield directs the majority of the water in that area.
But we did look at it, and I don't think you could really adjust the cross slope unless you're gonna hand pour intersections, which is gonna drive up your construction costs.
Yeah,
So we did look at it with stormwater. We didn't think it was necessary. Within that curb and gutter section, you are having the slope dive off to make sure you're capturing as much as you can.
but I guess,
And we did look at the gutter spread and bypass for the intakes with our stormwater experts, and we don't anticipate that problem.
those weren't the same stormwater experts on Garfield, I hope.
While on Garfield, we didn't touch the storm.
Where do you think all the water's coming from to get on that street?
Not much No, because everything off Fifth and Sixth and Seventh, that goes down Garfield.
Yeah, so you got a
Yeah,
block.
there's nothing comes down to Eddie Huffman's from Fifth, that's all captured on Garfield.
Intake up on Sixth on the one side.
Yeah.
And the other side goes straight through.
Yep.
So you got a block here and a block here.
Yeah,
You have 2 blocks.
Yeah.
Before you get to that intersection, so.
I guess if you've got any settlement on your paving or anything, it'd be nice just to see that intake throat a little bit lower.
Well, and they'll set it off and build it per the SUDAS spec, which shows that when they're finishing that throat on that thing, they do have a dive off. I'm just saying,
Mhm.
the design does not have us adjusting cross slope
Yeah.
unless you want to hand pour intersections, which I wouldn't recommend.
Yep. Anybody have any questions? Just curious. If nothing else, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Gale, roll call.
Gale.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
Raker.
Aye.
Hush.
Aye.
Number 12, consideration to approve resolution number 18-26, a resolution setting a public hearing date for April 27, 2026, to approve final plans for the 3rd Avenue Southwest and Hayes Street Southwest reconstruction project and consider bids. Need a motion?
Make a motion.
Motion by Delaney,
Second.
second by Raker. Roll call.
Delaney.
Aye.
Raker.
Aye.
Hush.
Aye.
Gale.
Number 13, consideration to approve resolution number 19-26, a resolution.
Thanks, Jake.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you.
A resolution approving the purchase of a 2026 John Deere 524P wheel loader for the city of Cascade, Iowa. Phil? What year is the old one?
2020.
Right on your
It's
thing.
in- it's in
Oh,
the-
gotcha,
it's in the
yeah.
memo. It's a 2020, and a lot of cities are selling things 3, 4, 5 years so that we can sell it, get what we paid for it, and then spend little to nothing to buy a newer piece of equipment. So we're always running a good newer piece of equipment, so we're not, having equipment that's 20, 30 years old.
I agree. Think we can get 150 out of that one?
We should be able to, yeah.
We looked at a bunch of prices, like, that are for sale right now, and yeah, the average is 150.
150, 179, it's 180 in some of the areas, so I think we could get it.
Where do you advertise that, or where is the best?
Me and Deanna were talking about it. We might just put it on Marketplace to start with.
I guess that'd be a start, but have you ever been on the Rock and Dirt website or Machinery Trader?
Yeah,
That
there's-
caters to a whole different,
Yeah, if we don't have any success on Marketplace, there's a whole lot of different resources
Yeah.
we can go to there. We
Okay.
want to actually, get it on one of them sites.
because I don't know that people that are in the market for that would waste time on Marketplace. I don't know.
Yeah. I
We just
don't
thought we'd start there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You'd be surprised.
yeah.
We've had, piece of equipment like that, a lot of farmers use that stuff today.
Oh, they'd fall over themselves to
You know how
buy
many tractors
that.
go on Marketplace every day? They're out there looking on it, believe me. They're on it.
Any municipal equipment like that, they love that because of the maintenance schedule and everything.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if selling it's gonna be a big problem. I don't foresee it, but you don't know until you try, right?
Right.
Yep.
You know.
Thank you.
You bet.
Thank you.
And it's 4 months for delivery, is that correct?
Yeah.
That trade-in from Martin would be good 4 months from
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a state bid price?
Yeah.
Yep, that's Source Swell, they call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks.
Need a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Delaney,
I'll second it.
second by Gale. Roll call.
Raker.
Aye.
Hush.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
Number 14, discussion on residential incentives for possible workforce housing project.
Okay, so we talked about this at the last meeting, and I, again, went and had a discussion with the developer. We need to decide on the dollar amount we are willing to contribute, and then at the next meeting, I will put together a formal resolution stating that the local support for this project is whatever you guys decide. He was not able to come to this meeting, that's why the information's not in here, but at the April 13th meeting, I will do the formal resolution, he will be at the meeting, we will be able to, at that point, disclose who, where, all that information. So I'm looking tonight for whether it's $5,000 a home, $7,500 a home, whatever you guys feel comfortable with. But if you remember at the last meeting, we decided that you were willing to do more than $1,000 a home, because that doesn't cover what he needs to cover.
What's the norm for this kind of a project? or is there one?
Yeah, there is none. It's whatever you guys decide, whatever the developer would like to see.
Is that, it says the minimum that the developer can accept for a local match is $5,000 per unit or door. Is that part of the state requirement?
No, no.
That's his
That is-
requirement?
That is his, he's saying that if he gets less than that, based on the costs, what he could get through the state and all that.
He'd reconsider
Yeah,
doing it.
I mean, that's what he needs to make the numbers
So
work.
rather than can, it should say will accept. I mean, I'm just saying, the way it's written there, it sounds like it was a requirement from the state or something. The $5,000.
Right. I mean, that's all
It
he.
should have been, can should have been replaced by will, stating that the developer's requiring that.
And this will be the cul-de-sac area as you pull into Oak Hill,
Yeah,
right behind Ronnie Huffman's.
right, and right
What?
next to the Oak Hill Park.
Gotcha. Okay. Is there, any-
And they're aware there's no water retention.
I mean, I haven't disclosed, we haven't talked about any of that, but I mean, they're used to doing these all over the state, so.
I want to
yeah.
make sure that there's no
Yeah.
question or something come back on us.
any other questions?
No, hold it.
Nathan Bodie, 154 Mulberry, up in Oak Hill. What are you talking about, the next street to the west? That's going in?
If you pull off of the Bellevue Cascade Road, heading into Oak Hill, it would be the filled area to the west off of that street.
Okay,
That area that's been all built up with fill,
okay.
it'd be that spot. And then next to it to the west would be the new park.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions? If none, we'll go to 15.
No, I need a motion.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't put that on here.
Yeah, I need a motion, because then I know how to prepare the
Yep.
resolution.
What is the motion?
To proceed with,
Yeah, to proceed with the residential incentives, and then whatever dollar amount you guys
I
decide.
say, that's what I meant. What's the dollar amount?
5,000 or 7,500, those are the two options, unless you want to pick something between that.
I go with, you're recommending 75.
I am.
Yeah. I'll make a motion to, go with 7,500 and approve it.
I have no idea why we would spend $20,000 if the developer will accept $5,000 per unit. I have no idea why we would spend another
You might not accept
2,500.
5,000. You might not accept 5,000.
It says he will. Minimum that the
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 developer.
minimum, so the minimum that he will accept to move forward with the project is $5,000 per house. But he would like to see 7,500 per house, just because, based on the quotes and estimates that he received for the curb and gutter street,
to do the,
it would be basically, we're paying for half the street, which eventually we will take over
If he's willing to
anyway.
do it for $5,000, why would we give him 7,500 per unit?
Then
We're
you
just wasting our
make a
money.
motion
We're
for
taking-
that.
Take $20,000
extra.
out of our till for nothing.
So if you,
That's up to you guys.
I mean, if you want to propose 5,000 and,
Well, I'm sorry, but
But we already have a
Okay.
motion, right? Did you make a motion? Okay, so we need a
I
second.
need a second to that.
And then one other thing, just before, let's have a second and then we can have a little discussion. If there is going to be a second.
No seconds, so the motion
Let's have the
dies.
discussion before. then if-
Okay,
if-
so besides the dollar amount, I would like to know, so I know you guys, if you read through my memo, you guys were not, it didn't seem like you guys were on board with doing the residential TIF, which, that's fine. The other way we could pay for this is through local option sales tax, because when he does the project, he is going to buy materials and supplies locally. So therefore, we're going to be recouping our local option because they all have to pay local option sales tax. So to me, I would recommend, if you don't want to do residential TIF, I would do the money from the local option sales tax fund. So if you guys are all okay with that, include that in your motion, so then I know how to also prepare the resolution.
And they are agreeable to purchase locally?
Oh, yeah, he's told me that in the conversation we had, and he specifically listed the business that I listed here.
Yeah, I'm good with the special option sales tax. Especially getting everything bought locally would be beneficial too.
So do you want to amend your motion, Chad, or to include that?
Yeah, I'll amend my motion.
To add that part. And that's still at 7,500, or what do you?
To use local option sales tax at 7,500.
Okay, I'll second.
Roll call?
I don't know, I'd like to have some discussion. I have no idea, again, why we are upping the ante. $20,000 is going out the door. If he's willing to do it for $5,000, why would we give him another, or that person, another $2,500 per unit? Resulting in $20,000 city funds. If somebody can explain that to me, I'd be fine.
Well, I think he's basically saying that the bare minimum that he would accept, but that doesn't mean he's gonna move forward with any of it, or that he can do it, it's just a.
But it says, in the minimum that the developer can, but apparently that must say will, except for a local match is $5,000 per door, per unit. I don't know why you'd spend an extra $20,000 on the project.
Well, I mean, if you guys wanna do the 5,000, I guess. I'm thinking that that's going to put it.
I guess what gets me is that we're getting in a position where now in the future that every development's gonna be looking for money up front. That's gonna have to come out of the city coffers as well.
This isn't money up front.
Well, I mean, per unit, I mean, but still good, if there's 8 units built up there, it's gonna cost us $20,000.
Does this just apply to a tract development or individual units if somebody else in the future does the same thing?
We wouldn't do this
For
say,
a singular-
if I decided to build another house.
It wouldn't apply
I
to
wouldn't-
that.
Well, I wouldn't come to the city and say, oh,
Okay,
can you give me
gotcha.
$5,000 or $7,000 to help me?
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
Well,
But
this is for development of
Yeah,
Right.
this is just
And-
because of.
streets and et cetera.
Yes, and this is also because he's applying for that workforce housing tax credit through the state. They require a local match by the city.
Okay.
So they spend 8,000, we spend a hell of a lot more. The state. $1,000 per home. We spend 7,500 or 5,000.
What's everybody want to do?
I'm just worried about future developments, going to be looking at the same thing. If they have to put streets and whatever in, we're going to be ponying up for that as well. Or
Okay. We have a motion and a second, so
Yep.
we,
Should I do roll call?
You probably could. Roll call?
Raker?
I'm kind of with Bill here. I'd like to understand why we would up the amount. I can't, I cannot argue, I cannot counter Bill's argument, so I cannot.
okay, so then,
So it'd be a
I
nay.
would suggest, then I would recommend you vote no.
Yeah,
And then maybe it'll die, and then we can start the discussion all over again.
correct.
Okay, so
Yeah, that'd,
'Cause that's
That'd be
what
the
has to
norm.
happen.
Hush,
nay.
Gail,
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
So it fails.
it fails, so now I need a new motion.
I think he's in there saying that he can accept 5,000, but I just don't think it's gonna be, I think it's bare minimum. I mean, if you guys don't wanna do 7,500, I'm fine with meeting in the middle, but I think I mean, we can go with, I just don't think we're gonna see, I think you're gonna see him walk away.
So it states that he can or will. That's kind of the,
Basically, he's saying that if we just do the 5,000, that's fine. We can do 5,000, but that is as low as we can go.
It did go.
If we would go to
30
$3,000.
Yeah, it's a no deal.
He's not gonna do it then.
Oh, okay. Well,
I guess that's what I was
Well,
trying to
I mean,
get
if
across.
that's how he's saying it, then, okay, then 5,000. All right, I get that. I thought we were saying that 5,000 would be like the bare minimum this guy's going to be able to do this for. And so, to me, that says that if we go with the 5,000, that, you know, we're opening up for either walking away or corners being cut in areas that I don't want to see.
No, 5,000, he can do it.
Okay, so
I mean,
if
and
he
that's what I
can
said,
do it
the
at
minimum
5,000,
the
then
developer
fine.
can accept
I-
is 5,000 a house.
If he can do it at 5,000, that's fine, 5,000. I was just thinking it was more the other of like, we could do it, might be able to do it.
No, 5,000, if we do
You know what I'm
5,000,
saying?
he can do it, unless something else changes.
yep.
Okay.
Motion?
You guys want to do that? 5? Bill?
I still don't like the taste of this here, but to get this to move along, yeah, I'm willing. Will somebody make a motion? Whatever, we'll see where votes come out.
All right, I'll make a motion to that effect.
Motion by Delaney,
Motion at 5,000 using
With the
special option.
Special option.
Okay,
second.
sorry.
I'll second it.
Second by Gale. Roll call.
Hush.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
Riker.
Aye.
Thank you.
Number 15, consideration to approve resolution number 16-26, a resolution approving a quote to overlay part of the parking lot at the Cascade Community Park for the city of Cascade, Iowa.
We got 2 quotes.
Let's see. This one's been opened already.
They've been open. I opened them for you just because,
Oh,
right
gotcha.
before the meeting. They both have been open, just so,
Get a paper cut.
No paper cuts.
She's trying to make sure you don't overwork you.
Kleesner Construction in the amount of $26,240. And River City Paving in the amount of $24,540. So that would be in favor of River City Paving.
Would that be, would they paint little, parking spots for that, or no?
yes.
Yes?
Or we will do it. The city will do it.
Phil, is that sufficient thickness considering the sponginess of what's beneath it?
Yeah, it's hard to tell. We all know it's spongy down there.
Oh, and
3
they,
inches, right?
3 inches.
you know, when you consider how heavy the garbage truck is to go to the
Well, we might wanna
containers.
do something
Yeah, I'd
different there.
probably, you know, I don't know what else to do.
What-
Total reconstruction otherwise, right?
Well, the other thing, would it make sense to put maybe 6 inches of millings down prior to the overlay and tighten that up a little bit?
Yeah, you could. I mean, I don't know. Probably should have talked about that before we bid it if we were gonna do that.
Yeah. I think we're kind of
That
past that
wasn't a,
point.
I mean, that
Yeah.
wasn't recommended
Pass that
by.
point.
I mean, you'd hate to do a 3-inch and have it break up the first time the garbage truck goes in.
Well, I'm sure that'll has been down there before, hasn't it?
It was just seal coat.
Seal coat.
Oh, seal
Yeah, it was
coated.
just seal coated,
Okay, gotcha.
It's gonna be a big improvement to what we had.
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
How far would you have to come out thicker to get past that soft spot?
Well, the whole thing's soft, I believe.
Well, I mean, the worst breakup spot is right next to the dumpsters.
Yeah, that's where they're
Yeah.
banging away, obviously, but I don't know, that's necessarily a soft spot, you know,
It's not unlike the whole park.
but, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Where are we
Or
at?
maybe what we need to do is put like a concrete base and put the dumpsters on that rather than in the actual parking lot,
Yeah, we could do that.
you know?
Makes sense.
I mean, I
Could we
mean,
put
we've
it
done that.
into- Put it into the grass area.
Yeah,
make
and then just do a concrete base.
Concrete base there, and then they could just back up right to that.
The truck doing the damage.
Yeah. I mean, if you put a concrete pad where the grass is, the truck is still pumping where the soft area is.
Well, then maybe we move it.
That's your-
Either way, that doesn't affect what's.
Anyway, we need something done with that parking lot,
Yep.
because it's in horrible condition.
I need a motion.
I'll make a motion. to
Motion by
approve
Gail.
the Bid from River City, I believe.
Second? Second? Need a second?
Second.
Oh, Delaney, roll call.
Hush.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
Raker.
Aye.
Number 16, consideration to approve resolution number 14-26, a resolution setting public hearing date for April 13th, 2026, to approve the fiscal year 2027 annual budget. Is there any questions about this? If none, I need a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 14-26.
Motion by Hush,
Second.
second by Delaney, roll call.
Gale.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
Raker.
Aye.
Hush.
Aye.
Number 17, consideration to approve resolution number 15-26, a resolution endorsing an application for an All-Star Community Award. What do we need to do?
A motion, and then I fill out an application and
And we're good
submit
to
it.
go.
And then we're gonna win it, and then we're all gonna go to the annual conference and accept it.
I need a motion to this effect.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Gale,
Second.
second by Delaney, roll call.
Raker.
Aye.
Hush.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
Number 18, consideration to approve ordinance number 1-26, an ordinance amending the Code of Ordinances of the City of Cascade, Iowa by amending Chapter 6-2, Utilities, Sanitary Sewer Systems, specifically 624, Building, Sewer, and Connections. This is the first reading of 3. Phil, you have some input on this?
Yeah, I just, what are we amending? Leaving them in the new
Well,
home?
they need to decide whether we get rid of all of that or we leave it in for new construction. I did reach out to other cities and only 2 responded, and they have it in there for new construction and repair. But maybe, just like us, they haven't been faced with
Following it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think,
so.
in my opinion, we should leave it in new construction, but it's up to you guys.
And this would apply to the Third Avenue project for what they're doing there for hookups?
No, just new, it would have applied,
Yeah,
yeah.
to
We
that.
didn't put them in plans.
Okay.
We took them out.
You're talking just about new construction.
Yeah, the old way it was is if you dug the pipe up to repair your sewer pipe, your service line.
Yeah.
We required you to put it in. We're eliminating that.
Okay.
It would just be under new construction.
So what's in the best interest of the homeowner with that? I mean, it'd be at their discretion then.
What's that? On
To-
the
to-
repair?
No, if they replace their sewer line into their residence, they could put one in if they chose to.
In the house?
Well,
Yeah, not really.
that's what I was
To do it
wondering.
right, you gotta basically run 2 lines outside the house, 2 services.
And to,
Your upper level and your
Yeah.
basement,
okay,
and that's not feasible. You know,
so this would be the best route to go to
Yeah, you guys can decide, but my opinion is they should stay in the new construction.
What's the deal with infiltration? I mean, why would it be any different for existing home versus a new? I mean, why
The
is there
infiltration part
infiltration?
that was just, when we put them, when the contractor puts them in, you have a standpipe that comes up above ground.
And it's visible in your yard.
They get nicked by lawnmowers, or caps get missed, you know, get broke off or whatever, and then the water just flows into our
Well,
sand.
why is it any different with new construction versus?
New construction puts it in the basement.
Okay.
It goes in the basement floor.
And there's no way of protecting that, doing anything different where that riser pipe is? I mean, what do
I
other
mean,
cities?
you could require them to do a manhole, but it's really not, the way we're presently doing it's really not up to code. So we gotta eliminate it on the repair part.
So the other alternative would be is if you do it outside in the yard, you'd put it in a manhole, and that would be at grade then.
That'd be just a small cap, right? I mean, is that correct? I mean,
Well, they make the mini manholes that are about like that.
Yeah.
This, yeah.
The question, or the deal is they're not gonna be outside the home if we go forward with this. Everything's gonna be in the basement floor.
And that pertains to new
with
construction.
new construction.
Yeah.
And the existing homes are not gonna be required, if they repair their sewer, to put one in. We're eliminating that.
Yeah. But those can have the same problem with backups as well.
The existing homes, yes.
No, yeah, existing homes, obviously.
Yeah. This was in place when I started, and it's probably been 20 years, 22 years ago. They had a couple basements back up, and they introduced this ordinance. They had to pay for a couple basement repairs, because our sanitary backed up, and this went in place then. I mean, it can happen, but we also need to look at two things, the infiltration and how it's being done, if it's being done properly, the way it was being done, which it wasn't 100%. So,
What wasn't 100%, Bill? I'm not following, I mean, if you,
I'm not a code guy, and I just
Okay.
briefly looked into it, but your main floor needs to go out, drain out behind, like for your checks, if your sewer backflow preventer's here, your house is back here, your main floor needs to dump on the back side of that.
On the flows, yeah, the outflow side.
On the outflow side. And it's something to do with venting, or,
Okay.
you know. So, that's where we're at.
Any other questions?
and that's basically what the way we've been doing it?
Yes. Yep.
So the
It was
only
brought
difference,
to our attention when a plumber refused to put one in. A plumber from out of town refused to install it. He explained it to us.
so a cure for that would be that cap or whatever that would prevent infiltration and would
The
allow.
cure is you can't put it in on a repair. If you have an existing home,
And you put in a new line.
if anytime they dug up a line to fix it, we required them to put one in, according to our ordinance. That's gonna be eliminated. When they repair a line, they're not putting one in. The only time one will go in is new construction.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Any other questions for Phil?
You understand it, Bill?
Yeah, I was just talking to a person that, or one of those that did have their basement flooded back 20 years ago, or whatever it was, 15, 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And they were on Garfield Street, and both of the, I think they said they have two of them now with the Garfield, am I right, Garfield, all those got all
that
those
matters.
existing homes got,
Yep. When we redid that street, they all got them, yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I guess I'm not sure if ounce of prevention is worth, or, is better than a pound of cure, but that's,
Yeah. I mean, I feel you almost gotta get rid of them on repairs. For code,
The way you have to reform the whole exterior, right, to go the other way. I mean, it's not even practical. You gotta have two wastewater stacks, one that's gonna come under the basement floor and one come from the upper floor. And for somebody to change their plumbing in their house that's already existing, you're probably talking 4 times the bill.
Yep.
okay, no, that's fine.
Need a motion?
So, yeah, so we're gonna keep it all new, we're gonna require it for new construction
New
only.
construction
Yeah.
only.
Okay.
I need a motion to that
Motion
effect.
for new construction only.
Motion by Gale,
Second.
second by Raker, roll call.
Hush.
Aye.
Gale.
Aye.
Delaney.
Aye.
Raker.
Aye.
Number 19, consideration to approve resolution number 12-26, a resolution approving entering into a contract with Wellmark Insurance for ambulance insurance payments. And this had been tabled.
Yeah, can we, I received more information very late today, so I would like it to remain tabled until the next meeting when I can get you guys more information.
Thank you. And number 20, that's a tabled item yet from CDC. And 21, reports. Fred. Tyler?
Were you gonna let the council know about?
Well, I can do that, yeah. So I was gonna kind of wait on this a little bit, but as you know, a lot of times, part of our job, we kind of go out and we assist the ambulance, we assist fire departments. A couple times this week, there's been some pretty severe calls. There was a call Friday night of a young lady that was giving birth in a residence here in town, did not know she was pregnant. The officer, Tyler, showed up a few minutes before the ambulance got there. The baby was not breathing at the time. He actually didn't use CPR, but got the baby breathing before the ambulance got there and gave the baby a fighting chance, so.
He might be in the wrong, business.
Might be in the wrong business. So,
Can you get him on TV, Fred? I think they award people for things like that. Thanks, Tyler. Deanna?
Okay, so I know at the last meeting, we talked about the rural recycling dumpster and maybe possibly moving that, but Phil and I talked about it, and since it's been where it currently is, we are not having the trouble that we had before with people just bringing stuff, dumping it outside the dumpster.
And blowing around.
And looks cleaner, people are using it the way it's supposed to be, so I think until we have a plan to do something else at that location, I think we should just leave it there. We had talked about this also, the block section in the downtown, that was discussed, whether it was in a TIF district, after doing a bunch of research and stuff. It is in the TIF district, and I'm gonna update the TIF maps so that reflects that.
So that had never been mapped?
No,
Really?
because I went clear back to like 2008, and it wasn't showing, even though it's been in the TIF district.
Yeah.
So how that happened, I don't know. I can't answer that. I do have an update on the digital speed sign that we've been talking about. It's delayed due to some issues with the poles for the program, and they're currently revising the pole design, and then once they figure that out, Cascade is like one of the first ones that will finally get it installed. The community park, if you guys all remember, there was a big issue with the electricity and all that. They're starting to work on that this week, and the project will include replacing wire duct, rewriting all the park lines. The power box will be the first to upgrade. The lights are all on order for replacement heads, and then they're gonna have all the poles repainted. And the plan is to have this completed and powered up by the end of April. We are hiring our pool staff for the season. We have a good number of guards and concession workers. And then in the next couple of weeks, we'll be holding our meetings with all staff, co-managers, shift managers, and then lifeguard certification class is set, and it looks like we're gonna have, hopefully we have a good season. I will be taking April 3rd off, and then I will be starting the budget amendment process in April, since it has to be approved and submitted to the state before the end of May. And then I'm also reviewing the animal control code that we kind of talked about already, and then the water code, just to look at some improvements, more clarity, and more efficiency with the code.
Thank you. If there's nothing else for the betterment of the city, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Delaney,
Second?
second by Hush, all in favor?